Hello everybody, my name is Lucas and welcome back to the Minecraft World Guide thing, whatever you want to call it. Hang on. Before we get into anything major, this episode is special because it's the 3-month anniversary of my world. And I plan on every 3 months to do a recap of the progress we've made over the past 3 months. So since it's the 3-month anniversary, we're going to restart from the beginning. So I figured I would start us off at my first little hobbit hole type style of base. So as we come over here, this is my first wooden pickaxe. Eventually it will be memorialized, and my first stone pickaxe, or one of the first. I'm not entirely sure whether this is the first. Once again, being memorialized. And down here was my mine. I killed the wither down here. General strip mine. There used to be a nether portal here, but I moved that nether portal up on top of the mob farm. But as you see here, I started basic farm, wheat fields, melon and pumpkin farm. Over here, at a sugarcane area. There was all sorts of cows in here that I massacred because I'm evil and terrible. Up here, it'd be quicker if I just fly instead of use water elevators. Is the John Bam's regular style mob farm. I bet you caught a glimpse of my prized possession as I came up here. You can look it up. Pretty easy. Just dark room spawner. Kill everyone for XP and loot. And this over here, he is my pride and joy, Mr. Lucky Boy. I got him from here. He a full enchanted diamond. You won't pick up anything, so I can't give him a diamond sword, sadly. That would be awesome. But he is a very lucky boy, and there's something. We found his brother, his lesser important brother, shall we say, later on that I will showcase. Basic enchantment setup. This was all done, I'd say, in the first 40 hours. Right, we set up this base, and it was all great and everything. And I built this pathway over here because I was planning on really expanding over here and using, this as a base, like a smeltery building, and really sort of forming a town over here. But I was like, doesn't really drive me to play Minecraft by doing stuff like that. Also, hello, Mr. Drown. How you doing? So basically, after this area, I packed up shop and said, I want to go somewhere new and find like the spot to build a base. And I still haven't found that area. I still haven't found the spot for my complete 100% base. But what I did find was a cool project that I started on. And I started building an IBB, an in-between, or IBBB, coined by the man Iskall himself, an in-between base's base. I haven't really done much with the nether until my in-between base's base. Basically, I found the plains and was like, I'm just gonna set up shop here, sort of develop the area a little bit. Nothing too extreme. So this is my IBBB. Now, don't really ask what the roof is. I'm not really sure myself. I'm sort of like wanted to build some like a tent kind of vibe, right? I also built a bell. I don't know why it's shaped like a bell. Supports in the set. One thing I am kind of proud for is the wood outline. It sort of makes it go pow, seeing as it's just decorated and undecorated stone. Oh, I forgot I decorated the top of this. The top half of this was undecorated for so long. Must have done that on stream, because I don't remember doing it. Anyways, let's sleep. So we've got storage off to the left on this side, I'll show you. It's where we are outgrowing our storage extremely fast. And now that these chests are mostly used up, I'll show you the end realm in a couple of minutes. Now that these chests are used up, kind of have to rearrange storage. But we are running out of storage. Something I need to work on. Here's our enchantment setup. Regular old smelters, furnaces. Here's our first sort of auto redstone build. Alright, you put the fuel in the back. You put the stuff you want to smelt in the front and not put a pumpkin. And it comes out here. Pretty basic stuff. Whatever. But here is kind of what I've been working on. This little area right here, excluding the stone building, is called Villager Village. And we've got a little nice feature that I built. Pretty alright, using emerald blocks as sort of the accent point. And these are my villager houses, built free form, no planning, just putting blocks down. They are both cartographers, and they're currently being used. So when I first put the map in, this is what it looked like. We only had one house up at the time. That was the house, right? Obviously this whole area has been used. So it's kind of a flashback to when I first built this house. That's why I have that map there. Up here you've got the cartographer tables and the bed and the barrel for storage, whatever. Down here we've actually got some glass. Funny enough, we've got some glass to trade with the cartographer. I've decorated the ground a little bit. Not the most impressive thing you've ever seen, but something I enjoyed building, nonetheless. Over here was the second one. I used an emerald block, and I wanted to build sort of a sloped roof kind of design, and that's what we got here with the open back. It kind of slopes up like that. Uses different kind of stripped woods. Really tried to focus on the stripped woods. Can I get in the house, please? Right, stripped spruce floor with the green. Goes well with the dark oak top. Orange bed, don't ask. Another cartographer. I think this guy has died multiple times, or I think he's died once. Over here is the cleric building, which I'm assuming by the shape of the hole you can tell met its demise via creeper. All sorts of brewing stands in here. This one is probably my worst house design. Just wanted to use bricks. Found some use for some glowstone though. Pretty proud of that. Light up the area. Spam brewing stands everywhere. Acacia. Creeper blew up over here. So I have to fix this. Also, note all the iron golems around. I am currently playing in version 1.16.1 where there is a iron golem spawning bug to where they spawn, like one villager can spawn an iron golem now, and it doesn't even have to be scared. So it's kind of crazy working with villagers and you've got 8 iron golems watching their back. So after I built Villager Village, I believe, we'll get back to this building in a second because I'm trying to go in chronological order. We built the Villager Frick Chamber. And there's even an iron golem in here, which I didn't know. I don't know how he got in here, but I'm not going to kill him. There used to be probably 200 villagers in here. I came in with a lava bucket and just cleared them all because of lag reasons. And here are all of my villagers which sell important books, all of my librarians. Right, so we got Fortune 3, Feather Falling 4, Aqua Affinity, Creeping Edge 3, all sort of stuff to make the armor set. So if I die, we don't have to go, all we have to provide is enough diamonds. We don't have to we can just emerald, no spending time with enchantments. And eventually we'll get to where I'm going to house these guys because this whole building is temporary. So my first huge mega build, which I'm putting a deadline on of 2030, just so I don't feel rushed, is an item sorter that has a double chest for every single item in the game. If we take a pause here. I'm not exactly sure how big it is. You can see I've had my run-ins with some creepers dotted around through here. And that's the center right there. I'll tell you why it's like that. Basically, I just want some organization, but I just want one double chest for everything in the game. This isn't going to be any sort of bulk storage thing. Like, we're going to have different types of storage for, 8 quadrillion chests of just stone. And, all sorts. But this is just going to be a double chest, maybe 2 for the ones that have more items in the game. Just so I can say, if I need, I don't know, 20 stacks of light blue glazed terracotta for whatever reason, I know where I got some, and I come here. I don't have to worry about going out to the mesa and farming all that stuff, because I'll have it here and I can replenish it on a new date. And just to kind of show off that I have every single item in the game, or at least a chest for every single item in the game, completely auto sorted, complete with complete automation and a shulker unloader and all that. And I haven't entirely figured out how I want to organize the system and organize it yet, but that's not my top priority right now. I flattened it all out and it's ready. And the build palette it's an evil castle. So it's 1.16 blocks, blackstone, basalt, magma blocks, netherrack, nether bricks, red nether bricks, just evil. And for the lore about this is it's going to be powered by villagers, which if we come in here, sort of like this is the center four blocks. We flick this button, it opens up a pathway, and we can come down here and see this area. It's going to be the start of a huge, expansive, essentially trading facility, to where, if you ever need a book, any book, obviously I'm not going to have a projectile protection 1, 2, 3, and 4 villager. I'm going to have a projectile protection 4 villager. But any book in the game will be found here, and at the push of a button we can turn it into a zombie villager and then throw a whole bunch weakness potion and a golden apple and cure it, so we can get maximum profit off of trades. Essentially, it's going to be every villager in the game, and we're going to have, what we're probably going to have is them up in the walls. I'm coming up this on the spot, by the way. We're going to have the traders on a floor above, and then down below we're going to have sort of free range villagers, all separated into sections, just regular old librarians and stuff, just because it'll make it look nice. And then we have all of the actual functioning villagers up top, just to give me a use, instead of just having the villagers all in a 1 block gap and saying, look, I made a villager trading thing. We can actually provide some, essentially build a memorial on the spot for all the villagers who were essentially being abused, as one of my viewers likes to call them. Eventually we're going to build a block switcher here, which is pretty easy. I just got to sit down and think about it a little bit. So that's essentially the underside of the castle. I'll get trapped in the block here. And that's what I want to do with this project. And so after I flattened it out, I guess what I built next was the Mega Bamboo Farm. And I didn't realize how big and how much bamboo this would produce. This produces approximately 250 to 275 stacks of bamboo per harvest. And I wouldn't if I harvested now, I'm pretty sure Minecraft and my computer would just say no and crash, because I'm already running on the upper limit of computer power. But yeah, 200 stacks essentially, and they all come in here. And I'm proud of this because I took all sorts of different parts of redstone that I was learning, and I added my own little twist to it. So there's a whole bunch. There's minecarts down here. If we fly down here, there's a whole bunch. There's minecarts, and they get sent from a signal, and I'm gonna have to deal with the iron golem problem because I didn't realize how bad it was. I mean, it's really out of hand. This was not an issue before 1.16. I think it was actually 1.16.1 that broke it. But anyways, this lever right here, if I flick it, It controls the minecarts, so you'll see them come. And if I set this observer, it'll create an observer clock, which then powers the dispensers, or the droppers, sorry. See, there you go. And they come up here. One's lagging behind for some reason. I don't know. I'm not a redstone expert. Oh, the lag. They come up here, and it's a little comparator detector that when it detects there's items in the hopper being drained, because it's full, it shuts off the powered rail. But the thing is because the farm's so efficient, the items will just get stuck in the hoppers while they go down to the droppers. So I came up with the genius solution of dumping them into chests. So it would have to fill up all of this chest before it got backed up. And then, originally, ignore these hoppers because they came later, they just pump in to essentially a dropper hopper clock to where it detects whether there's items in the dropper or whatnot, and then fires them out, like tick, 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 whatever, that's fine. But I found that to be so slow. So I exchanged it out for an observer clock, to where it goes tick, 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 tick. It's twice as fast. But that means I need twice the amount of intake. So what I did is there's 10 hoppers and 10 chests per dropper. So I put 5 in to be able to go in from the top. And I took the other 5 and had them go in from the side. So it essentially pumped in 2 items at the same time, so the dropper could keep up with the super fast observer clock. Same thing happens on the other side. The items get dispensed out here, go into the water, come up here, and then they get just mass storage. This was the first side I built, and we've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, almost 18 double chests on one side. Not to mention, there's another side over here that has almost 15 full stacks of bamboo. Also, that's my chest. So that's the bamboo farm. It's bigger. It's probably the biggest bamboo farm I've ever seen built in survival. It's bigger than the one in John Bam's. He likes to do big dumb builds. Well, I just happened to one up completely accidentally. John Bam's and Stenos, both of their links will be in the description, were my inspiration for this world. John Bam's because he does big dumb builds, and then literally they're big and they're dumb and they've 10 times the amount of items you need per run through. And then Stenos because he does a lifetime survival world, to where he plays on one world for the rest of his life, at least in single player. And those two were my main inspiration for this world. Also, this is my cat Cookie. We have a little ritual to where every stream we feed him. I'll demonstrate that ritual to the YouTube audience. We feed him a cookie. Boop. There you go. And then he eats the cookie, just lets it despawn. So that... Oh, that's a creeper. Hi, buddy. It would have been funny if I just died on the recording. Because I have a bet now, to where every time I die, I have to gift a sub to my Twitch community. So I'm trying not to die anymore. Hence why I've got fully maxed out with the villagers. I was tired of dying. I think I've died 66 times in this world, and it's only 230 hours old. So then I built this building, but this hill right here was completely terraformed. So I built this. I didn't know what to do with it, but eventually I decided I'm going to turn it into a farmer's market. To where, you know, I have super buffed traders, farmers, sorry, and I can just get a whole bunch of stonks because I'm farming potatoes. Potatoes were originally because they were the easiest plant to breed villagers with, because with seeds, you have to deal with seeds, and carrots, I mean, who likes carrots, am I right? So I figured, just we have a whole crap ton of potatoes, just why not turn them into stonks when we're done breeding villagers? And this I'm proud of, because I terraformed this. It looks pretty natural, I know. Thank you, I'll take all the compliments I can get. But I'm proud of this because the reason I covered it up and terraformed it was I needed to build huts for the zombies. Like, now he's stuck up there. Hey buddy. Ow. So I needed to build huts for them. He can still get me. He's full enchanted gold, by the way. Pretty lucky. I didn't intend on getting that. But I had these dirt huts, and I was like, man, I really don't want to have to tear them down and rebuild them. So I just built a mountain over them with a super fast and messy. You could optimize this so much with lever placement and whatnot. It's just essentially a seamless door. Obviously, you can't have it grass because it wouldn't stay grass. So I planted a couple of trees, terraformed it, and these guys are all aggroed on the zombies. That's why. If I punch him, oh, he comes after me. Oh god. I've died enough by your hands. I've died way too many times on stream from Iron Golem. That looks bad. We're fixing it on stream, chat. Or on YouTube. Boom. There we go. Looks way better. Problem solved. This is where I kill the Iron Golems, and I just broke it. So that's the purpose of this. And I know the building's ugly, but I just wanted to build something out of smooth stone. And I like the design. Obviously, the block palette could be improved immensely, right? But the shape of it's kind of interesting because it flows, and I made it like an oval, like a tree leaf. It's one of the more intriguing builds. So that's pretty much all of this area. I have an area over here that I can show you. It's where I chop down all my wood. Just a giant puzzle area. And that brings us to my Flushing mob farm, which is overcomplicated up the wazoo. Is it running right now? Oh, it is running right now. I never turned it off. Oh, let's turn it off. And I need to break this lever. Need to stop the hopper clock. We're fixing farms. There we go. One take that. One take that. So now that I stop the farm, I can sort of explain what it does. It's 4 modules that I intelligently built in 4 different chunks. I know. Thank you. And I originally, the way I wanted to kill them, oh god, don't die, is I wanted to have them fall down and get, oh, stupid Enderman. Oh. Need to turn off Enderman griefing. Break my farm. What is that? Enderman stack poop. Okay, if any of you know how to disable just Enderman griefing, because if I disable mob griefing, I disable creepers blowing up, and that's no fun. I didn't realize it was that bad. Jeez. Also, floating grass. Anyways, I'm being sidetracked. I need to learn how to speak. This is why I stream on Twitch, so I can actually leave out silent spaces. Or leave in the silent spaces, but YouTube I just gotta go. Anyways, I wanted to have them fall down, the mobs fall down, and they get flushed away, and then they die. They die on the magma cubes, and then their items get auto-sorted. But witches break it, because they're fire resistance. Witches break it. Creepers break it, because they're smart enough to they're small enough to where they can... Bro! They're small enough to where they can, like, essentially rub up against the wall and not take damage, and then spiders just go, hey, you want to kill me? And they just crawl up. So Then I came up with the genius idea of I let them die by fall damage, and then their items get whooshed over here, and any remaining people with like feather falling boots or whatnot can die on the magma. If you want to see the full redstone explanation, there's a video on the design of this mob farm, which I do an absolutely terrible job of explaining my train of thought. But basically, they fall on the ground, but the items stay there. And so they have a 5-minute despawn timer. So essentially, every 5 minutes, I need the items to be swept away and caught before they despawn. But I have to make sure that every 4 minutes or every 5 minutes, I stop that timer while the sweepers go, otherwise it gets out of sync. Hence why these dispense, and then the hopper clock starts, which then triggers the sweepers. If you want to see the full it's like Minecraft 6.5, I think I titled it, like redstone explanation. Super in-depth. And it's not the most efficient thing ever, but over one night of AFK, I got half a double chest of string, which is what I needed it for, to work on another project, which is why I built this. Technically, I guess it's out of order now, but I digress. I kind of like the design with the glowstone. Maybe we'll come in and replace it with shroomlight. Although I really do like the glowstone look and the blue. It kind of works well together. Oh, that's a creeper. That scared the crap out of me. And then we can come in. I guess I can show the item sorter that I built. Basic rudimentary stuff. Nothing special. Haven't even put item frames on it. String, bones, arrows, gunpowder, spider eyes, and rotten flesh. And then all the rest just gets hucked over there and despawns. Because I don't want bows or any witch stuff, because eventually we'll have a witch farm, so no need to worry about it. Redstone is probably more efficient if I just mine the redstone. Glowstone, same thing, just mine from the nether. And all that. But we're trying to cover everything that I've done so far. And this is something I built fairly recently. It's called Turtle Cove. Little cove with turtles. And I needed a whole bunch of turtle eggs for a project that we're going to see after the one I show you next. It's second in line, why I needed turtle eggs. Sort of terraformed this, added some kelp, added a bubble elevator, and there's clips of squid deserve to die. This is Turtle Cove. It's where turtles can come in and get out, but mainly it becomes a rudimentary squid farm because they're dumb. It's an interesting thing that I built. And on the island, I built a dispenser. It's sort of like bath time. Turtles don't really care. One of my most favorite quotes has come from building this. So if you want to know what that is, pop over to my Twitch channel. Link in the description. Well, looks like we spent 10 minutes explaining. I'm like, we're almost at a half an hour already. It's gonna take forever to upload. Unedited videos, that's what I do. So that's Turtle Cove. And the big project that I'm working on right now is a sand drop. But I wanted to do it a little bit differently. I'm not sure on the whole too tall flower method. I don't really understand how that works, so I came up with a better idea. Scaffolding is the most hated block in the game, so let me just make 2.5 double chests worth it and place it down. So that's exactly what I did. I have a scaffolding border that is all gonna break at the same time, which is gonna cause a giant cube of sand to fall on an ocean monument and drain it in however long it takes my computer to load all of it. So I've showed this off in one of the episodes of Minecraft before, but here is all sorts of sand. We've gone through about 4 chests, and they're all there. 136,000 blocks of sand. And now, my Twitch chat seems to think that this is a chair. If I get a little bit closer, they seem to think it looks like a chair. I don't see it, but some people are very adamant that this is a chair. But anyways, you'll see we've got all of the layers of scaffolding ready to go, and I'm going to hook up essentially an observer chain that line up the amount of ticks. It's going to sprawl from the middle, and I'm just going to break all the scaffolding, and it's going to lag my computer and break my stream, but it's going to be worth it. If you want to know what a sand drop looks like, look up John Bams' sand drop video. And so I'm working away at it, chipping away at it. It's a long project. Super long project. It's already taken probably 40 to 50 hours just to do this, and place the sand. Because the problem with it is ocean monuments spawn with a crap ton of kelp. But the problem is if scaffolding lands on kelp, it breaks. So I had to go out and clear out all the kelp, and then place the scaffolding, get the string for it. So I built the bamboo and the Flushing Mob Farm. Right, all of the progress in this world so far has gone towards this ocean monument. Here's all the chests of sand. I think I've got some regular. Oh, I've got 15 scaffolding in here. I accidentally broke a scaffolding pillar, and I thought it would wreck my whole farm. Thankfully, it didn't. Well, anyways, now on to the project that I needed all of my turtle eggs for. So everyone's building gold farms in 1.16. They're all piglin farms, whatever. No. I built a gold farm that uses zombie piglins, and it ain't even in the Nether. I was crazy, and I built an overworld gold farm. It uses 72 max-size portals, which ended up about being 50. No, it ended up being almost 2 double chests worth of obsidian. And it's actually just past our Flushing Mob Farm. Let the world load in a little bit. Basically, I was determined to build an overworld gold farm because I just think they're cool. They look cool AF. I mean, how many times have you seen people build giant portals? Here we are. Just look at it, just come into view. If I stand on sort of my signature viewing platform, we stand right here. This looks completely awesome, right? Giant portals, and we can fly through them to white concrete down below. Lag out my game, break my recording software. So down below, I was sort of wondering what to do with the killing chamber and all that, and I decided to go off of. I'm essentially going to base this underneath out of Subnautica, which I don't know if you've ever seen that game, but it's essentially where you build underwater. I need to make the collection system better, by the way. Oh, this hopper's been broken? Oh, no one's told me this. Tragedy. Fixing the gold farm. I'm glad I came over here. I was gonna AFK. There we go. It's fixed. The way it works is that, anyways, I wanted to build this off of Subnautica. Sorry, I'm all over the place. 35 minutes in. And I sort of, what Subnautica is, it's an underwater game, and they build with a lot of balls in straight hallways. So, it's cylinders, but you just build a ball, right? Ball and straight supported. I do straight supported walls. Here's my storage system for the gold farm. This will probably be my storage facility for this whole underground area. Because what I want to do is I want to transform underneath the gold farm into essentially a self-sufficient underwater base. And I want to build all sorts of manual farms that revolve around underwater things. like a fish farm. Maybe we'll build the new and improved AFK fish farm up above. A sea pickle farm, a kelp farm, just some sort of some manual or semi-automatic farms. Not obviously our industrial. We're gonna get all of the sea pickles, kelps, or sea grass in the world from here, but just some like underwater things. Just make it self-sufficient. Maybe we'll bring in some animals down here. We're getting some losses, but that's okay. I can fix that with a couple blocks. It's not finished yet, but I'm going to be sticking with this wall design and at least this hallway design. I'm not so sure about the room design, but you can see the blue glass looks really nice, and then it comes into contact with the blue concrete. The dripping particles looks really good, and so far we only have this much from the farm, and I've probably run it for 2 hours in total, so this is more than enough storage. Once it gets, I mean, another reason why I built this is because I need gold, A, for piglin bartering, although we're going to build a super god tier efficient gold farm by building another perimeter, essentially. And then I need it for villagers, because I need gold to power the golden apples, which are going to be used to cure villagers over and over and over again. And I need gold for stuff like netherite and all that jazz, which I am playing in 1.16.1, but I have not really sat down. Did somebody live? How did you live, my guy? Oh god. You lucky. I'm not really sure how you lived, but congrats. See, look at everyone dying. I'll kind of show you guys up here. You can see, just put our legs, pull the piglin, zombified piglins out from the portals. These are nine back, max size portals with the corners in, because we don't cut corners. The reason they're 9 back is because after that they won't be attracted to the turtle eggs. And the bigger the portals, the greater chance there is for them to spawn. So that's why we do max size portals. Attract them with the turtle eggs and then drop them to their deaths. Not the most efficient thing in the world, but by the time that we build our whole underground base, we're going to be spending 30-40 hours here. We'll basically fill up the storage, and it'll be no different than sitting and AFKing at a super awesome piglin farm for 10 hours. But instead of just doing nothing, we built a whole underground base, essentially. Also, I need ideas of what to do. I need to break this block. I need ideas of what to do above ground for this place. I have the underground planned, but I'm not entirely sure on what to do for above ground. I just don't know. So if you guys have any ideas, leave a comment down below. And I think we've about reached the end. Oh no, I do need to show off my iron farm and how. Oh, and the end, and then we'll be done. Oh, still so much to do. This is gonna be like an hour long. If you made it this far, drop a like and leave a comment that says your world is trash. Smiley face. Must include the smiley face. Otherwise, it will be interpreted as my world is trash. So let's go to the iron farm first. But first, we're gonna sleep, as everyone wants. Let me sleep. Basically, I did this super cool thing with Doc M's iron farm. Just let me sleep. Come on, please. The villagers, in order to continuously spawn iron golems, the villagers need to sleep and work once every 20 minutes. But in 1.6 and 1.15, they without some sort of barrier in the way, they wouldn't actually be able to sleep. So I've come up with a remedy for that. Also, I'm trying to figure out which way to 0-0. Too many ice boat roads. Come up with a remedy with that, with some extremely ugly redstone. The end is just on your right, we just passed it, so we'll stop by that on the way home. The end, or the iron farm, is extremely ugly redstone. It's not, I don't even have it on. I haven't tested it in 1.16, but I'll show it off. Because I'm pretty sure it works in 1.16. But I've got the iron golems, they don't land, like the platform isn't the right size. Basically, they needed to be able to actually be able to sleep during the nighttime. So I hooked up and give them enough time. Oh, dude spawned here. Okay, so the farm does work. Good to know. The farm works. Because it spawned an iron golem up here. That's just dandy. Spawned... Did it spawn on the trap door? Bruh, where did you even spawn? I don't know. I'll figure it out another day. So I've hooked up this redstone to a daylight sensor, and this is a pulse extender right here. A pretty bad one and ugly one. That that extends the blocks out, preventing them from being able to be seen by the husk, and thus letting them be able to sleep for a little bit. And I think this guy spawned because of the 1.16 bug, in which they don't have to be scared. So now I'm going to... Also, I'd just like to take a second and mention that this guy did not have a gold helmet when I captured him. I'm pretty sure. If he did, then I'm just going insane. But I'm almost 100% sure that this guy did not have a golden helmet. Also, they're going to be mad at me now. Oh, they're not? Oh, that's cool. Usually when you kill an iron golem, they're mad. But so yeah, they're scared. Iron golems, they spawn up here, and then they go, ah, oof. And since iron golems don't take fall damage, we then siphon them in to lava. Pretty self-explanatory. Now we've got a whole bunch of iron down here. That's a lot of iron blocks. Okay, you can stop burning now, please. I have a whole bunch of iron blocks, so I shut it off for the time being because we don't need any more. We don't need. Actually, I'm going to take 4 stacks home because I'm running low. So that's the iron farm. I plan to do more with spawn chunks. That's why I built this here. You can see we're at 10. 0-0 is just over here, I believe. So this block right here is 0-0. World spawn was somewhere... There's a village over here. It might have been... It's somewhere over here, but it's not 0-0. But I plan to do more. If there's any farms that need spawn chunks to operate, then obviously I'll build them in spawn chunks, build a perimeter, blow up spawn chunks maybe. Maybe I'll pull a Filza and build Spawn Chunk Island. Something like that. But I haven't really gotten into much. Mainly been focused on just the Ocean Monument sand drop. So I'm kind of hoping that sort of takes off on YouTube, not gonna lie. Although with my production quality, nobody will care. So this is the end. This is the tunnel to the end. And next time I come out here, oh, that just took me completely off course. I need to bring a name tag. Because we have a super special friend of ours, Mr. Drowned, who has been with us ever since I built this portal. I don't think he can escape, and I don't think he can die, but he definitely can't despawn because we don't leave the chunks. There he is. He's here every time. And he can't leave, because once we come down here, here's the end portal. Just boom, right in. And we stand up. Come up through here. And the first thing you noticed is there's obsidian pillars missing. Like this one, and this one, and that one, and that one, and this one, and half of this one they're just gone. Well, this is where we got the obsidian for the overworld gold farm. There's five total pillars missing, as well as one half done. Now, I have killed the dragon 20 times, and as much as I hate to say this, especially for myself, I only have 3 stacks of Dragon's Breath. Now, I could remedy, if Dragon's Breath ever becomes useful in the future, I could either remedy that by making a data pack that has the Wandering Trader, or a Villager trade, be able to trade a bottle of Dragon's Breath for, like, I don't know, 16 purple blocks. And I think, or I could respawn the dragon, which would raise all of these pillars and undo 10 hours of work. Raise all these pillars and get just on one dragon, just keep farming Dragon's Breath until we have 2 shulkers and just call it a day. I'm leaning towards the data pack, but that kind of feels like cheating, although right now there's really no use for Dragon's Breath other than Lingerings, potions, and tipped arrows, which I think you can now get spectral arrows from bastions, so you don't actually need Dragon's Breath. So that's the end realm. Oh, before I go through, I built an Enderman farm. My main source of XP is from here, now being, instead of the John Bam's regular mob farm. Ow, Shulkerbox needs to actually come home with me. This is where we built all of our gear, enchantment table, crap ton of anvils. Oh, I didn't even know you could open a chest under an anvil. Lapis, we've got 2 stacks of pearls. The way the Enderman farm works is there's 9x7 platforms, and then what the leaves do is they give the illusion to the game that there's more blocks to spawn on, but there's really not. So what it does is it increases pack spawning. So instead of only spawning 3 Endermen per pack, it might spawn 6 Endermen per pack. And they get aggroed. It's all very calculated. John Bam's made it himself. Very calculated. And then they get angry at the Endermite. So if I just sort of boop these guys down in there, see a whole bunch of them. They spawn, and they just get mad at them, and they run, and then they just fall straight in. Alright, this could either kill me, I'm going to attempt to just become one. I'm going to fill up my inventory with ender pearls, though. I can't actually get out. Told you my inventory would be full. Sort of huck out all the stuff we don't need. There we go. And then we can just whack them. Music to my ears. Whole bunch of XP. Ding. Also, shout out to Hose. You're now the best tool in Minecraft. Also, I want to do something with this little thing down here, because it looks like a non-family friendly thing. From this angle, looks pretty explicit. I wanna do something with it. Not in that way. Don't take that the wrong way. Just build some sort of cage around it and make it a monument. I don't know. This is where we got our dragon egg torch dug under it. I guess I will show you our dragon egg. It's right here. We'll build a big, huge hall, and it'll just be around this dragon egg. Maybe we'll build a representation of it. But I think I covered everything. I really do. If I miss something important before the next tour, I'm sure I'll be notified. I'll definitely have to sit through and watch this before I make the next one, just to make sure I'm not covering any repeat material. But you can find the progress of this world on my Twitch. I normally stream this world almost every day, Every time I stream, it's usually this. Link down in the description. I will forewarn you, it is the lowest quality stream on Twitch, just because my internet is complete garbage, and there's nothing I can do about it. But I hope you at least pop by and say hi. Say, hey, I came from the YouTube. I'm going to be watching on YouTube because your videos are actually watchable, even though they're in 360p. Sorry, once again, don't have good enough internet to upload 720p footage. It'll take like 3 days to upload a file size of 10 gigs. But that's the world tour. Ending off, going to bed. There might be music in the background, I don't know. But 3-month world tour, we are. I'm gonna have to do math, aren't I? 9.97 days, so we're just under 240 hours. So in another 3 months, we should be double that, which is 480 hours. So just under 500. Hopefully to have full netherite. We'll have done the sand drop. We'll have maybe started the castle, maybe not, probably not, now that I think about it. I don't know where we're gonna be in 3 months. Cookie ate his cookie, who's a good little boy. Ooh, has some iron. But it'll be interesting to see where we are in 3 months, because we are pulling ourselves out of early game right now. We're starting to be completely in mid game, where we're going into 100% just gather all the resources. Right? We're not just trying to survive anymore. We're trying to get massive amounts of stuff. Like massive amounts of gold, massive amounts of emeralds, right? We've got a beacon. Oh, I guess it is part of the world tour. I didn't show you the first mine, but I did show you. I owe you to show you this mine. Oh, that's a skeleton. Oh, he fired at me and he missed. This, fun fact, is where I got the Furious Cocktail achievement in the video titled Minecraft episode number something, a Furious Cocktail. A whole bunch of storage. This is where I get my main resources. Built the beacon out of emerald blocks. Because we're stonks. Oh lord. Ow. Yeah, anyways, finally, that's going to conclude the world tour. Once again, Twitch link is down in the description. Hope you guys enjoyed. Also, I'm never changing my skin. Never. Y'all can fight me. Anyways, hope you guys are having a good day. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like and drop a comment. I don't care about subscribing. Don't subscribe. But just leave a comment and said, hey, this sucked. Hey, terrible quality. Hey, you're bad at Minecraft. Hey, you suck at building. All those comments are completely acceptable. Anyways, link to the Twitch down in the description. Once again, I've said that like 40 times. I'm gonna get out of here. 53 minutes long. My longest video ever. You're cool. Peace!